A few days ago, an important interview between Elon Musk and Joe Rogan was released, sparking discussions worldwide. In this conversation, Musk opened up about a range of topics, from technology and space to social media, government scrutiny, and the future of free speech. In this video, we're going to dive deep into what Elon had to say, exploring his unique insights and bold statements. This is just the first part of our exploration. Stay tuned, as we'll be releasing a second video soon to cover even more from this groundbreaking interview. Stay connected.
Global gaming competition. Elon Musk talks about the global gaming scene and how the top players, especially in competitive gaming, are dominated by China, Korea, and Taiwan. He notes that there are only 2 Americans ranked in the top 20 worldwide. Musk, who himself ranks high, explains that he prefers not to share his gaming handle publicly to maintain privacy. He observes how gaming as a highly competitive field reflects China's influence, hinting at how the nation's culture around gaming seems to cultivate top global players.
It's too slow for me. Nothing compares to video games in terms of like the amount of feedback you get, like the sensory overload you get when you're looking at a large, high-resolution screen. You have a fast computer, you have headphones on, then you're hearing sounds from here and sounds behind you, and rockets are flying by you. And there's nothing like that. But I think golf still is like Jamie will tell you.
Cognitive benefits of gaming. Musk emphasizes the mental benefits of gaming, particularly on extreme difficulty settings that require intense focus and full engagement. He describes how the high level of concentration demanded by games can have a calming and stress-relieving effect, which is beneficial to mental health. Elon likens gaming's intense focus to practices like martial arts, archery, and billiards, which also demand undivided concentration and help people tune out stress by requiring deep mental and physical engagement.
Gaming and manual dexterity. Elon shares his perspective on how video games build manual dexterity and fast reaction times, noting that these skills can translate to high-precision jobs, such as surgery. He remarks that gamers who play at a high level likely possess the level of dexterity and hand-eye coordination that would make them effective surgeons. Musk humorously suggests that video games should perhaps be a requirement for medical students, as gaming could indicate skill levels valuable in the medical field.
If you play late at night and you're tired, you just play badly.
Right.
And you can say, okay, you may think that your brain is working well, but it isn't.
Yeah.
You play the video game and you're like, you suck. So, okay.
Yeah, you're putting it under stress. Yeah.
Video games as mental calibration. Musk explains how video games serve as a form of mental calibration for him. By playing challenging games, he's able to gauge his current mental clarity, energy level, and reaction time. If he's performing poorly in a game, it serves as an indicator that he might be tired or mentally off. Elon describes this method as a stress test for his brain, allowing him to quickly assess if he's functioning at his peak or needs to rest and recharge.
People who don't stress test their mind, they can't form a fucking sentence. And I don't know what it is. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So it's just
like sleep's not, maybe it's like
what
sleep wasn't that good or something like
yeah,
that.
something like that. Or I'm too busy, and it's not, the words aren't coming out. Like, I know how to talk. I talk professionally, and I can't.
Diet and productivity. Elon shares insights into his diet, specifically mentioning that a breakfast of steak and eggs without carbs keeps him energized and avoids sugar crashes. He finds that such a diet helps maintain consistent energy throughout the day, preventing the ups and downs commonly experienced after carb-heavy meals. Musk advocates for a high-protein, high-fat diet as a way to sustain focus and productivity, explaining that he finds this kind of meal to be a personal power-up that boosts his daily performance.
Yeah, but
like I did switch to like steak and eggs for breakfast, and I found that's like a power up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're all overrun with carbohydrates.
Yeah, totally.
And you like carbohydrates make this big crash, the rise and the crash,
totally.
the rise and the crash. You stay flat if you eat like a primarily high protein, high fat diet.
Yeah.
Your body runs off ketosis, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, so I just have like steak and eggs, no bread or anything.
Yeah.
And
it's great.
It's great, actually. It's a power up, I'd say.
Meat and climate change, Musk disputes the notion that animal agriculture is the primary cause of climate change, countering that choosing not to eat meat won't have a measurable impact on CO2 emissions. He explains that regenerative farming practices are actually carbon neutral and questions the widespread belief that reducing meat consumption would make a significant difference. Musk attributes this belief partly to propaganda from those with ideological or financial interest in promoting plant-based products, asserting that meat consumption has minimal environmental impact when managed responsibly.
Maybe they're just like vegetarians or vegans or whatever.
Ideological
reasons. But it's not going to make any difference to global warming or the CO2 concentration in the atmosphere, really, if people eat fewer steaks. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Irrelevant. I want to just be super clear about that.
Yeah.
Will not matter. You will not even be able to measure it, okay? That's how irrelevant it is.
Reasons for acquiring Twitter. Musk reveals that his decision to acquire Twitter, now X, was rooted in his concern about the platform's increasing censorship and government interference. As the most interacted user on Twitter before the acquisition, Musk noticed subtle changes in the platform's algorithm and policies, and he grew concerned about the suppression of certain viewpoints. The deplatforming of Donald Trump served as a major catalyst, making Musk feel that Twitter's actions compromised free speech. He ultimately bought the platform out of a sense of duty, fearing that if he didn't act, censorship would continue unchecked.
If they change the system, I can tell immediately. And I'm like, something weird is going on here. So there's I just got increasingly uneasy. And obviously, when they deplatformed a sitting president, they deplatformed Trump, that was just insane.
Impact of censorship on X. After Musk acquired Twitter, he saw a significant drop in advertising revenue due to an organized boycott led by left-wing NGOs. He specifically calls out groups like the Center for Countering Digital Hate, which he describes as a scam organization. Musk believes these groups pressured advertisers to pull their funding from Twitter as part of a politically motivated attempt to suppress dissenting viewpoints on the platform. He acknowledges that the boycott had a tangible financial impact, though some advertisers are now returning.
I mean, the reason I did the Twitter acquisition was man, if I don't do this, I think we're screwed, is the issue.
Well, if you didn't do it, no one else was going to do it because it wasn't a financial winner. It was kind of a crazy move.
It's a crazy move. I mean, the thing was way overpriced. Long term, I think we can ultimately make it a win for investors. But boy, this is a hard way to make a living.
Well, there's also a concerted effort to suppress it.
Community Notes as a tool for transparency. Musk elaborates on the Community Notes system on X, describing it as an effective tool for countering misinformation. He explains that Community Notes allows users to add context and fact-check posts in real time, with all software and data being fully open source. Musk believes that Community Notes provides a transparent, community-driven approach to fact-checking, helping users discern factual information while keeping the process democratic and verifiable.
Right. Is a total scam organization, because they're like the Ministry of Truth type of thing, in oil. They're a censorship organization.
Yeah.
And they organize
government interference on Twitter pre-acquisition. Musk discusses how Twitter, prior to his acquisition, cooperated extensively with the US government to censor certain types of content. He reveals that Twitter not only allowed the government to flag posts for removal, but also received payments for its time spent moderating and censoring flagged content. Musk mentions that the FBI even had a special portal to report posts for removal, with all communications in this portal automatically deleted every 2 weeks, which he argues violated federal FOIA laws.
They've had this whole thing about hate speech, misinformation, whatever, except that they're the ones pushing the misinformation. But that doesn't stop them from filing massive lawsuits and